Hello?
Miss Lestico, guess what time it is?
What time?
It's time for math!
Yay!
Welcome back to another exciting day of math. Miss Lestico, are you excited?
I am so excited. We are learning so much about number forms this week.
That's right. And today, we don't even know what numbers we're going to use.
Oh, wow. We're going to get to create our own numbers, which reminds me, why don't we go ahead and look at our target, Miss
Yeah.
Lime?
It says I can use digits, that's just one number. I can use digits to create numbers and break them down into various forms.
Wow.
Ooh.
That was a lot of really big math terms, but we've been practicing a lot of them all year, so I already kind of remember what different forms of numbers that we have. We have them on the board right here.
That's right.
And digits, so a single number.
Yeah, just a single number. That's just one. Well, Miss Lestico, we have these buckets, and I have some yellow cards, and they all have a digit on them. See, here's just one digit. Here's a digit, right? We have a bunch of digits on them.
Oh, and I have some blue cards with the same single digits on them.
Miss Lestico, let's try to make the greatest number possible.
Oh, okay.
Let's try to make the biggest number we can. I'm going to randomly pick one of my cards, and you want to pick one of your cards?
Yeah, and we'll have to rearrange our digits to make them the greatest number.
Okay, ready? Here's my digit. I got a 4. I have a 4.
Okay, I'm going to pick a 8.
Ooh. Okay, what would be the greatest digit?
Well, if I'm comparing
number?
these numbers, I know that 8 is greater than 4 because 8 is bigger.
That's right. So should we be 84 or 48?
Well, I know that an 8 in the tens place is worth more than a 4 in the tens place because this would be worth 80 and that would only be worth 40.
That's right.
So the 8 should go in the tens place.
Well, what number are you going to make then, Miss Lestico?
Well, we would make the number 84. So the standard form of our number, or how we would normally see it, would be 84. And now we could use that to tell how many tens and ones we have in the number. So if I'm looking at the tens place, I see that there's an 8 in the tens place. Remember, I wanted it to be an 8 because 8 is greater than 4. And then my ones place would just be a 4. And then if I was going to build this number using my base 10 blocks or drawing it in picture form, I would have to draw 8 tens. So remember, my tens look like my long skinny rectangles. I'm spacing them out really nicely because there's 8 of them. So I'm going to have a lot to count at the end of my picture.
And Miss Lestico is making sure that they are as close to the same size as possible. We don't have one that's really big, one that's really little. We want them to be about the same size.
Yeah, so I drew my 8 tens, and then I have to draw 4 ones. So we know that is just little squares. And then for expanded forms, I have to think, how much are my 8 tens worth? And so if I count these by 10, because that's how much they're worth, I can count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. And having my base 10 blocks really spread out when I drew them helped me when I went back and counted by tens to see how much they were worth. So I have 80 plus how much my ones are worth, and well, 4 ones are just worth 4. So 80 plus 4 would be my expanded form.
Wow, knowing some of these other number forms really helps me if I get confused on one of the number forms. Okay, it's my turn. We're going to each draw another digit out of our buckets. Okay. Miss Lestico, you want to go first?
I have a 1.
Ooh, and I have a 2. Oh, those are really similar.
It is.
But a 2 has more than 1, so I could say 1 is less than 2. So I can make the number 12, but 2 is bigger and it would have more 10, so I think that 21 is a bigger number, is the greater number that I could make, right?
Yeah, I think so, Miss Lime.
So my standard form is going to look just like that, 21. And I can see right there I have 2 tens. I have 2 in the tens. 1, 1. So I just have 1, 1. So if I was going to draw that, I can look at my tens and ones. It has 2 tens. So I'm going to draw 2 tens and 1, 1, just like this. Ooh, my expanded form. That's the value of my tens plus the value of my ones. I had 2 tens, and if I counted them, that would be a value of 20. I could go 10, 20. Even though I only have 2 of them, they're worth 20. So I can say 20 plus, and 1, 1. Well, if I just have 1, 1, its value is 1. So I have 20 plus 1.
Miss Lime, do you think that now we could practice making the smallest or the least number possible?
Oh, I bet we could, because we're still going to be pulling out these digit cards, but instead of creating the greatest possible number, we could do the opposite, try to make the smallest number. Ooh, let's try.
Okay. I'm going to pull out the number 3.
Ooh, and I pulled the number 7. Ooh, okay. Well, oh wait, 70. Oh.
No. See, but I know that 7 is greater than 3. But if I'm trying to make the smallest number, I want the least number in the tens place. So it would be 37.
That's, I got confused for a second.
Oh, yeah, that's okay, Miss Lime. We are still learning all about digits. So I have the number 37 in standard form. Now, if I'm looking at how many tens and ones there are, I can see that there are 3 tens and 7 ones. All right, so if I'm going to draw this in picture form, I have to draw 3 10 blocks. I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, and 7 ones.
Ooh, and I like how Miss Lustico is making sure to leave little spaces between them, so I can tell how many there really are.
So looking at my picture form, I can turn this into expanded form by seeing how much my tens are worth. So remember, I have to count them by tens. So we have 10, 20, 30. So I have 30 plus how much my ones are worth. And since I only have 7 ones, I know that that would just be worth 7. So 30 plus 7 would be my expanded form.
Okay, Miss Lustico, that looked really fun. I want to try.
Okay, let's draw another set of
draw
numbers.
the smallest number. So I'm going to pick a digit and make the smallest number. I got a 3.
I have an 8.
Ooh, okay. So I remember when Miss Lustico showed me, when I'm creating the smallest number, my smallest digit needs to go first in the tens place. And I definitely think 3 is smaller than 8.
That's
so
true,
I'm not going to make 83. I'm going to make 38. So 38, that's going to be my standard form. Well, I can see I have a 3 in the tens. So I'm going to put 3 tens. And I have 8 in the ones. So I'm going to put 8 ones. Right there. So I have 3 tens and 8 ones. Let me go ahead and do my picture form, because I just told you right here how many tens and ones I have. 3 tens and 8 ones. Oh, one more box. My expanded form. I need to take the value of my tens plus the value of my ones. Well, I have 3 tens. That has a value of 30. So I have 30 plus the value of my ones. I have 8 ones. That has a value of 8. So my expanded form is 30 plus 8.
Well, whose turn is it, Miss Lime?
It's your turn. On Seesaw, you are going to have a box set up just like this. The same number forms in the same exact spot. But we already drew the digits we want for you to practice with. On the front or the first page, if you're on Seesaw, you're going to create the largest possible number. What are they going to do on the other side or the other page, Miss Lestico?
On the second page, you're going to get to create the smallest or the least number possible. And make sure you represent it in all of your different forms given.
That's right. When you're all done, make sure you hit the green check mark.